As for your Olympics, something that you want so much, inshallah we also have a present for you. You do things your way, and we will do things our way. We also have a present prepared for you there. And for those tourists that will come, inshallah, for these tourists there is also a present. Inshallah, if there are these Olympics, if you do them, we inshallah will also have a present from our side. Inshallah, for this Muslim blood that is innocently spilling today all over the world, in Afghanistan, in Somalia, in Syria, all over the world where it is spilling, this will be our revenge.
Mounting concern over security at the Olympics in Sochi, now just a little more than 2 weeks away. Tonight, that new video, and on it, an ominous threat from a team that has struck already. At least one American senator tonight saying it's too dangerous to go to Sochi. ABC's chief investigative correspondent Brian Ross on the new terror threat tonight.
Amid growing concerns about security, the terror group behind the last 2 suicide attacks in Russia, in the city of Volgograd, today posted this video online purporting to show the 2 men responsible. They were shown allegedly building their bombs and then heading to their targets. The men said their group had more attacks planned, a surprise package they called it, and one especially, they said, for tourists who will come to the Olympics. In a separate online statement, the terror group said the Volgograd attacks are only the beginning and said future threats could go as far as to include chemical attacks.
The long and the short of it is that I think Vladimir Putin and the Russian government will be very lucky if they're able to get through the Olympics without an incident.
Today, one U.S. senator said it was too dangerous to attend the Olympics in Sochi.
I would not go, and I don't think I would send my family.
But Russian authorities insist they have security issues in hand. They released their own video today showing a full-scale assault on a suspected militant stronghold in Dagestan. 7 people were killed, according to Russian officials, who say their iron-fisted, take-no-prisoners approach will make the Olympics safe.
Wow, we're just a couple of weeks away now. Brian with us, and you say the real first test of this major security they say they have comes, what, tomorrow?
That's right. Tomorrow, the Olympic torch relay goes through the city of Volgograd, where these 2 suicide attacks have already taken place. Security will be at a complete lockdown situation in that city, a real test of the ability to withstand terror threats.
All right, Brian Ross leading us off on a Sunday night. Thank you.
Another Fox News alert. We're less than 3 weeks now until the opening ceremonies for the Winter Games and another terrorist threat against the Games in Russia. This comes in the form of an online video from an Islamic militant group in Russia. In it, 2 men warn of a, quote, surprise package for those who plan to attend the game. There's a lot of news on this as we say welcome to you and another week here in America's Newsroom. I'm Bill Hemmer. Good morning. Good morning, Martha.
Good Monday, everybody. Hey, Bill. Good morning, everybody. I'm Martha McCallum. So, already world leaders are voicing their own concerns, and the U.S. State Department has issued a travel advisory for the country that the Olympics are in. Not something you see every day. Top intelligence officials here say that they think these threats are not to be taken lightly.
All the briefings I've received from the intelligence community to the FBI and others indicate that there are serious concerns. And that we need to do a lot to step up security. I do believe Putin is doing a lot of that.
So that's Mike McCall, a congressman who was doing that interview from Moscow. Jonathan Hunt in our newsroom here in New York on this now. How serious is this threat, Jonathan?
Well, it's certainly being taken very seriously in Russia and indeed around the world, including here in the U.S., Bill. That video was put out by an Islamic militant group, and in it they made a direct threat. We, of course, know that these kind of major events are always attractive to terrorists, but there are not often direct threats made quite like this one. And this group is being taken seriously because they are believed to be the same group that was behind those twin suicide bombings in Volgograd last month. You'll remember those bombings well. Those pictures went around the world, of course, sent a warning to everybody, killed dozens of people. President Putin, though, says his security forces are up to the job. Listen here.
The job of the Olympics host is to ensure security of the participants in the Olympics and visitors. We will do whatever it takes.
Now, whatever it takes might sound good, but that, in a sense, also worries some other security agencies because Russian security forces have, of course, shown a willingness in hostage situations to shoot first and ask questions later with little regard for the safety of the hostages. So there's a lot of concerns here, Bill.
Also, there's concern Russia's not cooperating when countries like the United States sending athletes to that country. And they want more information. What's happening with that, John?
Yeah, now obviously in any Olympics, the host nation takes the lead in organizing security. But usually there is a great deal of collaboration and information sharing just to help secure the site, to make sure the athletes are as safe as they can possibly be. But apparently that has not been happening to the extent that U.S. officials would like to see it, and it is a major concern, according to Congressman Mike Rogers, who's chair of the House Intelligence Committee here.
This has been a tug of war. People are pushing and pulling on this. This shouldn't be this difficult. It is in everyone's interest, including the Russians, to share that information with our security forces so that we can make sure that our activities, our athletes and the participants are safe when they go to the games.
Now, U.S. officials are also studying contingency plans for how they might be able to go in and rescue American citizens if it is necessary. But again, Bill, a lot of issues there because the Russians very rarely accept any outside help if the worst is to happen. And we hope, of course, that it doesn't.
Indeed. It's going to be a big story for the next couple of months. Thank you, Jonathan Hunt, in our newsroom here.